beloved Ascension pioneers, and welcome to my Ascension video update. In this video I want to show you something really important as an exercise that we can do to assist our rainbow body as we're shifting densities, but at the same time we're still in a physical form that was used to having certain functions and reactions. As you know, oh, there's a beautiful bee coming. Spring is in its full bloom. So this video is about light diet, light feeding, sustaining through our self-sustenance, but also it's going to show you a quick energy exercise that Spirit showed me yesterday while I was hiking that we can help ourselves with, and then we can do this exercise together. Okay, so the basis of this is that, you know, as we're going through our changes in our body form and our diet, we're noticing these changes that we don't always need so much food, yeah, because our body consumption is changing. So when we're shifting to a rainbow body, we don't necessarily have the same functions anymore, and we will notice that we're receiving more sustenance from light, and just from our source connection, and as well as from our physical sun, from the radiance of the solar frequencies. So when we get hungry, a lot of times it's just physical hunger, and we don't feel necessarily that we are depleting, that we're lacking energy. So I'm going to give you one example. When I hike the mountains, a lot of times when I get hungry because there's an extensive workout I'm participating in and I use a lot of energy, but I don't feel energetically depleted. So what I feel a lot of times if I don't eat for a while, or I go out and I only had, for example, 2 smoothies and I feel hunger, and that happened to me yesterday when I was hiking, and this is when I got the Spirit guidance. So what's taking place is that your body, because it used up all the food, so your bowel says, you know, I no longer have food, so I need more. And because your bowel is used to regular food intakes and used to processing it, yeah, therefore it will give you a sign that it's hungry, that, you know, but it's not really energetical hunger. You know, many people who can't sustain themselves through their source because they're not yet open, they didn't activate their antakarana. So what this means is that your energy doesn't flow through your base, through your crown, and reaching your soul star, and that you're feeding through spiritual mana. You know, there's a lot of prayers that say, God, give us our daily mana. What this means is that we're always sustenant, but we need to take the step to activate this. It doesn't just happen. That is why a lot of people are feeling energetically depleted if they don't eat for a while, and maybe they say they feel cranky or upset, and they get nervous in a way. So when you only have physical hunger, it means that only your body system, your cells, your bowel, it's used to this. So you're not hungry necessarily in energy. You're not, for example, needing food intake, but your body is still used to this. So let's say you're exercising, or when I'm climbing mountains, and I feel hunger, but it's just physical hunger. And it's not always pleasant because your bowel gives you these signals, yeah, almost like it's hungry, and you're not always feeling pleasant because of it. And you know that it's not like an energy consumption thing. So when you have this source self-connection activated, you can always self-sustain. But we also have a physical body that, as we're shifting to a rainbow body form, our physical body also is going through changes that are not always pleasant. So this exercise that I received, it's going to help us that these changes become more pleasant, that we don't feel, let's say, burned out, or that we don't feel pain in our body when we feel that. And sometimes we can feel this. We don't necessarily feel like we want to eat something specific, or that we even want to eat. And our body still, in a way, feels hungry. But we don't feel hungry in terms of energy. We have so much energy. We're always overflowing. So that's not the same thing. So what Spirit showed me is that when we work our inner magician, when we work with soul alchemy, we can always create any kind of energy that we want to work with, right? But this also applies to our bodies. So what we can do here as a short exercise when we're participating in this shift is that we're more conscious of the process, you know. So let's say you find yourself hungry, but you don't feel energetically hungry. And what you can do is you can start doing these energetic exercises to strengthen your body in the new, so that it feels nourished even though it doesn't physically receive food. You have to separate this from you feeling energetically weak, or that means you do need something like sustenance that comes from the nutrients in forms of food. Yeah, so don't confuse that. This is not the same as starvation. This just means that we're training our bodies to be more used to this new, so they don't have this program, okay, I'm emptying myself out, I need new consumption, giving you signals, time to eat, although you don't feel really inspired to eat, or so what we can do is, through our soul alchemy, we focus on creating the kind of essence that we want to nourish ourselves with at that time. And what we do is we always work with forming an energetic ball, kind of like people who do Reiki, they do similar work. So let's say I give myself an order that I'm creating a ball of nourishment. So I start creating this ball, and whatever you feel guided, you can add as a specific essence or color that you feel at this time your body needs for this support. Because when you work with the aspect of light, remember the physical will follow. And the light is always first, then the physical, takes place. So we're doing these light exercises to start changing the root of how we function as a new human. Yeah. So when we're forming this beautiful ball of light, let's say I'm creating a golden yellowish ball of nourishment, almost like this golden amber honey liquid. Yeah, it has all this nourishment, and I start forming it in my hands, almost like that you can feel it. Yeah. You can feel how this essence is being formed, and what happens is that you, through your divine logic, your divine knowing, and your higher heart merged as one, you're tuning into that. You're not creating it from just your physical aspect, although you're using your hands, but your hands are an extension of your heart. Remember this. So your hands receive, and through the hands you give out again. And through the hands you start to form this ball of liquid light. And you give the intent that this has all the nourishment for you. And when you feel it's done, when it's formed, what you do is you put it in your body, you put it to the part of you that feels hungry. In this case is your bowel. And you feel how you're implanting this beautiful liquid light ball inside of yourself. And you give yourself the order, an allowance, an invitation actually. Allow yourself to be nourished. Feel nourished. So you invite your body to feel nourished. The first essence is always that light. And like I said, create your own attributes, how you're guided to work with this light. And then put it inside, and maybe you can, even if you're guided, rest your hands on that spot for a while. Just continue to breathe and feel, really feel and see how that ball is entering your body. How you're sending the first frequency of that golden liquid light as your sustenance, so that your body starts to adjust that to the fact that it doesn't always have to have something inside physically, that you are in wellness, that you're in well-being. Yeah, and the bees are saying, we're bringing you honey. Yeah, so yeah, she must feel my golden liquid light essence right now. And there's a beautiful yellow butterfly there. Look, wow. It's gonna come, I hope. I hope it's gonna be in the camera. No, now. Look, the bee is going in my liquid bubble of light. So what's taking place now is you start to feel this as a nourishment within that specific part of your body that maybe was used to always having something physically that you feel in wellness. But you already feel in wellness. You don't feel energetically depleted, so you're sending your body that light. Come on, bee. Okay, she wants to be here. The bee wants to be here. So when you're sending that light, stay with it for a few moments, feel. But don't necessarily expect to feel results instantly, because your body was used to this for years and years. So what you're doing is you're devoted to that, and you're kind of like training yourself and your body. There's a bee. And when you're going to do that more frequently, it's going to start to become more and more your reality. And again, remember, this is a light exercise. You're just reminding your body of what it already knows. Your body is already intelligent. So the more devoted you are in your knowing, wow, to this process, I get scared. Come on, bee. She feels the energy, obviously. Okay, so when you finish, you can put your hands together like this, yeah? And then now you can tell your whole body, because your body is one, it's not just your belly. And you tell your whole body, I am now nourished. I'm fed by a liquid light. And even if then afterwards you eat some food, still you see you're programming yourself. Well, you're actually deprogramming yourself, and you're entering your true sacred space. And our bodies are a sacred temple. They're a vehicle of ascension. So it's important that we start work energetically to build the stamina in our body. Yeah, so that we don't just deplete ourselves of food and start to starve, but we really consciously work with how we're shifting in rainbow body form. Okay, so the bees are celebrating spring today, the butterflies as well. There's beautiful mana coming from the solar light, and this is where I will leave you for today. Find your own space to create this. And as always, the bees are getting really freaky here with the camera person. So as always, so much love, wisdom, and power, and I'll talk to you soon in my next energy update. Take care. Bye-bye.